Hello everyone. So today we are going to try to kind of move this hardy banana from the edge over here to more in the center because the stalk is going to get bigger later and I do not want it to be damaging this container at all, and it's just better if it's in the center. And I am wearing glasses today because in the spring there are so many chiggers on this property. So I see it right here right now. They're red in color and they're all over the place, so having my glasses here will help to see them a lot better. Right, so I'm putting my hair up also so I don't catch any of the chiggers. If you ever get bitten by chiggers, oh my goodness, it's your that affected area that they bit you at, it's going to be on fire. You're going to be so itchy. So just be careful. This hardy banana was so beautiful last season, and this season, because I saw that there was no growth in the center where the original stalk was, I was worried that I was not going to get the banana back. And I was just thinking maybe it's not a hardy banana at all. And then all of a sudden, I think about 2 weeks ago, 1 to 2 weeks ago, I saw this popping up and it is growing very quickly. So I was excited to see that, but unfortunately it's growing in the wrong spot. And I guess, you know, the original stalk is no longer here. So, and then it just shoots out a different, another stalk somewhere else. So that is good to know. And if you've grown hardy bananas before, you probably already know that, but this is my first time having it come back like this and having the original stalk die. Also, this is a wooden container and I think that it is breaking down or has degraded somewhat on the bottom over here. I see some soil coming out, so it's a possibility that we might not be able to use this container anymore, and that's the disadvantage of having a wooden container. And this time, I think if it is still good, I will be putting a fabric liner underneath to help protect the bottom, so hopefully the container will last a little bit longer. So anyway, I just removed all the top mulch and rocks as much as I could. So now we're just going to go ahead and dig it up and see. Not sure how hard this is going to be or how easy it's going to be. So we'll use the shovel and see what is going on underneath this. So let's see. Still have a lot of rocks here. I can already feel that it is kind of tough, so it might not be an easy project, unfortunately. But we will do this together and see how hard it is to move a hardy banana or dig up a hardy banana from a container and reposition it. Reposition the offshoot or the smaller baby plant here. All right, we'll just put the soil over here. Well, finally got the plant out of the container, and this is what the container looks like. So I don't think we'll be able to use it anymore, unfortunately. It's pretty much broken down. Like right there, it's flimsy. So, and then there was just a lot of soil spillage through the bottom, right through the bottom here onto down there. And there were ants here, roly-poly, a lot of bugs over here. So look at how mushy this is. I mean, look at that. It's it's gooey and nasty. So I don't know. I don't have any experience with, you know, with transplanting this, or, you know, if I should leave all this here. Do not know, but we'll just take a risk and see what happens. Just based on what I know about plants, we'll see if I could get this to be okay and make this whole root ball a lot smaller. So I think I'm gonna use the pocket knife and just cut it straight down like that or like that, and hope for the best. So that way we'll be able to put this in the center, and I'll be using a smaller pot instead, a plastic pot, and see how it does. Well, this turns out to be pretty messy, so I think we'll go ahead and cut it down like that. Just hope for the best. I'm thinking if I just leave this in the ground somewhere, it's probably going to shoot out more hardy banana. But I don't really want it in the ground. That's the reason why I haven't planted in the ground, because I know that it can take over an area. That's why it's just been living in the pot for now. So anyway, we'll just leave that out to die back or die off, and we'll take this part right here. Pretty good amount of roots here. I can probably trim some of it back. All right, I got fresh soil over here. I could have still used the soil right here because it looks really nice and rich, but because there are so many bugs in there, I'm just gonna start this season off for it with a nice fresh soil with no pests or insects in there already. And this time I'm using a plastic pot, so that way I think it should be more durable. And it is smaller than the previous one, so we'll see. I know it's probably better to plant it in the ground, but I don't want to do it, at least for right now. Maybe in the future I might change my mind, but for now I'm happy with just planting it in a container. I'm thinking if it continues to be hard to repot it every year, then I might reassess the situation. It does like moist, fertile soil, but I'm not going to fertilize it yet because the soil right now I have mushroom compost and soil conditioner, so I think it should be fine for now. Hey, there's an ant right there. Go away. And this is going to be going into a new location, which is a little bit farther back, which is up front from the other angle, the other side. All right, new location. All right, I think this is done for now, and we'll just have to move it and then water it in really good. And of course, clean all of this up after. All right, so here is its new location, and it didn't move far. It was just right there. So this should be a good location for it, and it's going to be at the entryway. So you have the same containers there. And I moved this out a little bit more to anticipate the big foliage that it's going to get later. All right, so as you saw, your hardy banana will come back, but the original big stalk that you had, that will die down, and you're just gonna have little baby ones coming up. In this instance, there was only one that came up, but one is better than nothing. And I'm so glad that I waited. I didn't dig it up and just discard the whole thing. So by waiting, it worked out really well. So now this banana lives on, and we're gonna be able to enjoy it again this season, and hopefully as we go on in future seasons. If you wanted to grow hardy bananas, you could grow it in a container, like I have, but just know that it does get root bound. It grows really well in the container, and it will actually grow out of the pot. So it would be good to, like for this pot right here, I put a fabric liner on the bottom, so that way it'll help with preventing the soil from coming out, and hoping that it will also prevent the banana roots from escaping onto the ground as well. So if you would like to plant it in the landscape, it's probably better, but just know that it will keep on spreading, and you're going to have a whole bunch of banana plants that you might not want, so just be aware of that. So looking forward to see how this will do and how big it will get, because it does grow pretty fast. As mentioned, this was only here maybe a week or two ago, and it's at least 12 inches now. So if you had to choose between a plastic container or a wooden container, I would choose the plastic container, just because its durability, it's a lot better. You saw with the wooden container, it broke down a lot faster. You could see that the bottom was all rotted down. So, but I think that if I had protected the bottom of the wooden container, say with a fabric liner or another type of liner, I think the wooden container would have lasted longer than it's shown now, than it is right now. So please learn from my mistake. Choose a plastic container over a wooden container. Well, that is it for this video. I actually thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was, but once I kind of like tip over the wooden container, it was a lot easier to get the soil out versus having it upright and trying to dig through, because the root ball of the banana was a lot harder to dig when the container was upright. So again, too much information there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And until the next one, take care and bye for now. Well, thank you again for watching the video. If you would like to support my channel, please subscribe and watch some of the other videos. The video links are up above for you. So with that, thank you so much in advance. Take care and bye for now.